This is Epic Book Recaps, a podcast that offers complimentary audio summaries of influential nonfiction books, making learning a smarter experience. 12 Rules for Life by Jordan B. Peterson, Doctor. Order, not happiness. In the modern world, the pursuit of perpetual happiness has evolved into an elusive goal. Therefore, it is essential for us to redefine what happiness truly signifies to effectively eliminate negativity from our lives. Jordan Peterson, a skilled and seasoned clinical psychologist, believes that happiness is a rather fleeting concept. To him, it symbolizes the apex of our lives rather than the intervals when we are not at our peak performance. He suggests that what we are really seeking is order, which entails arranging our internal and external environments in a manner that renders them comprehensible. We yearn to take control of everything within our grasp to evade the chaos. Chaos is a formidable domain teeming with countless anxieties and opportunities. According to Peterson, the only way to truly understand what you believe, not just what you think you believe, is by observing your actions. Without this self-observation, you are ignorant of your true beliefs. He asserts that humans are too complex to understand themselves without diving into their actions and reactions. Interactions with others form an integral part of our existence. Our engagement with others can take the form of either friendships or rivalries. In a friendship, we often share a common belief system, making it easier to find common ground and create shared experiences that foster trust. However, the pursuit of order doesn't have to be a solo mission. People who share our ideologies can become our allies. This summary presents 2 of Peterson's rules in each section. These rules guide you in navigating through the chaos of decisions, tasks, or relationships, thereby enabling you to organize your life more efficiently. Are you ready to uncover these 12 principles? Let's dive in. Take care of your posture and prioritize yourself. Stand tall. There's more to good posture than meets the eye. When you walk with a straight back, serotonin flows smoothly through your body. Why is this important? This hormone plays a critical role in our survival. Lack of it results in unhappiness, increased pain, and a shorter lifespan. Higher serotonin levels boost confidence and resilience against diseases. So pay heed to your posture. Maintain your shoulders high rather than slumped. Assert yourself and voice your beliefs. Recognize that your desires hold as much significance as anyone else's. You have the right to yearn for things for yourself. Prioritize yourself. When a pet falls ill, you rush it to the vet, get a prescription, and administer the medication diligently. However, when you fall ill, you might not exhibit the same urgency in seeking treatment. If something causes physical pain, you'll eventually consult a doctor. But what about emotional pain? How likely are you to seek professional help? Peterson interprets this behavior through the lens of the interchange between order and chaos. Order represents the familiar territory, where everything is organized and predictable. Chaos, on the other hand, is the realm of the unknown, shrouded in mystery. While we all strive to establish order in our lives, chaos always lurks in the shadows. It harbors the potential for both good and evil. When we acknowledge our ability to manifest both, fear, skepticism, and self-loathing may surface. Therefore, it's no surprise that we don't rush to seek help at the first signs of emotional distress. Despite the complexity of our inner selves, it's crucial to realize one fundamental truth: every individual is valuable. The role we each play in the grand scheme of life is unknown, making it essential to pay attention to and take care of ourselves. That responsibility to ourselves extends to the world around us. Focus on what you need, not what you want. Define yourself as an individual. This is an active process. We create ourselves rather than simply being given an identity. Build your network intelligently and avoid comparisons. Select people who care about you. The people we allow into our lives are often those we need the most. When we're happy, we gravitate towards others who are happy. When we're feeling low, we seek out those experiencing similar struggles. Sometimes we may find ourselves repelled by certain traits in others. Psychologists argue that what irritates you about others often mirrors what you dislike about yourself. Some of us attempt to construct a neurotic victim-rescuer relationship. While helping others is generally seen as a noble act, the victims in these scenarios might not actually need the help itself. Instead, they feed off the energy of the rescuer. In such relationships, the rescuers are often narcissistic, taking pride in their deeds. Surrounding yourself with healthy, mature, and self-sufficient individuals who genuinely want the best for you requires strength. It's essential to exercise judgment, cultivate courage, and shield yourself from undue pity and uncritical compassion. Build relationships with people who will benefit from your success. Avoid comparisons with others. No matter how efficient you are, there will always be others who outperform you. For example, you might be a good swimmer, but you're not Michael Phelps or Katie Ledecky. The phrase "winner takes all" is dramatic but true. Those at the pinnacle of their crafts have more access to resources and attention. Most of us are not the best. We're ordinary people who experience highs and lows. It's essential to make peace with our lows. They're a normal part of life. However, when we succeed, we should compare our success to our past achievements, not to other people. No one is worthless, and believing otherwise is destructive. Studies estimate that 10% of our thoughts revolve around our superiority or inferiority compared to others. Social media has made this process a daily habit, with 88% of women and 65% of men comparing themselves to other users. Teach children moral principles and take ownership of your life. Raise decent children. You might find it surprising, but 2-year-olds are the most violent people. They are in the initial stages of exploring the world and testing boundaries, expressing their negative emotions through resistance, biting, kicking, crying, and more. Some modern parenting methods almost entirely exclude discipline and punishment, equating them with tyranny and torture. While the line between discipline and cruelty is thin, both discipline and punishment do have a place in balanced parenting if executed with care. If you aim to shape your child's behavior, first define what that behavior is. Observe their current actions and reinforce the positive aspects. Here are a few simple rules for children. Only fight in self-defense. Don't bully others. Share your belongings with others. Show attentiveness and respect when adults speak to you. Take responsibility for your life. Most of us strive to do the right thing. We abide by the law and respect others. However, being good doesn't shield us from harm. We can still fall victim to others' wrongdoings. When that happens, some of us resort to violent behavior, while others find the strength to forgive and move forward. We can mimic evil or learn from it to prevent its recurrence. We need to question whether we have exploited all our opportunities and utilized our potential to the fullest. If we lack the strength to do that, we risk spiraling into despair and resentment. A hurricane is an act of God, but failure to prepare when the necessity for preparation is well known, that's sin. Tilda Jordan B. Peterson, Doctor. Reflect on your life to identify your missteps. Using sound judgment and willpower, stop repeating those mistakes today. Conduct a self-audit and stop blaming others, the government, God, your boss, etc., for everything that's gone wrong in your life. By eliminating self-destructive behaviors, we become more assertive and gain a clearer vision of the future. Align your priorities and speak your truth. Focus on what matters. Giving is central to relationships. It's not just about one-sided sharing. You often receive something in return. First, it enables you to find allies, as those you've helped are more likely to help or support you in return. Second, it enhances your reputation as a dependable community member. Lastly, doing good deeds often induces a feeling of euphoria. If you find yourself discontent with your world, it's time to reassess your values. In times of crisis, we might need to abandon some core beliefs that have proven false. Step back and reevaluate your current assumptions. You might discover that clinging to them won't help you become the person you're meant to be. Distinguish between meaningful beliefs and harmful habits. Pursue goals that hold significance for you. Good and evil are values associated with our self-consciousness. We have the ability to infuse meaning into things. However, we also tend to replace meaning with convenience. The latter is temporary. It provides fleeting relief but offers no consolation. On the contrary, meaning involves maturity and growth. It represents our ability to instill order and humility into our lives. Speak out. Words are powerful tools. They enable us to share information, create meanings, and manipulate reality. With such power, we can fabricate a life lie that presents a rigid, predetermined outcome for our actions and thoughts. A life lie assumes that we should adhere to a single, unchanging truth. Creating an idealized image of your life can be harmful due to the countless variables involved. Failing to live up to this idealized image can lead to stress and anxiety, as you're not living your actual life but an imagined one. Your truth is your narrative, born from your unique circumstances. Identify it, confess it to yourself, and share it judiciously with others. Doing so will bolster your confidence, as knowing your principles provides a solid foundation. Listen well and choose your words carefully. Listen to others. There's a significant difference between listening and hearing. Many of us choose to merely hear instead of truly listen. When we hear someone speaking, we simply allow our brain to react to the sound stimulus. In contrast, when we listen, we allow thoughts and ideas to seep into our psyche. During this process, they may also attach themselves to our consciousness, which interprets them. Deciphering what people are saying can sometimes be challenging, primarily because they may be articulating their deepest thoughts for the first time. As they repeat their thoughts, some details may appear contradictory. However, this doesn't necessarily mean they're lying. Their ideas are still taking shape verbally, a process that can take time, similar to childbirth. If a conversation seems dull, you need to listen more intently. When you take the time to listen carefully, people will share their thoughts with little deception. They will reveal absurd, fascinating, and intriguing things, and you'll never have a dull conversation again. Articulate your thoughts precisely. Objects and phenomena in the world are interconnected and interdependent. To comprehend them, that is, extract them from the whole of reality, we need to choose our words with utmost precision. Careful articulation enables us to explore our limits, identify with others, and effectively convey our thoughts. When the familiar world around us collapses, we find ourselves in a state of chaos. However, this shift from the known can spur us into action and lead us to discover new things. Reflect on your past and how your actions have shaped you into the person you are today. Share your identity with those around you. Face the sea of troubles head-on. Define your meaningful pursuits and work towards them. Before initiating a difficult conversation, formulate its topic to facilitate its progression. Embrace your true nature and be optimistic. Succeed in your hierarchy. Boys and girls are inherently different. These differences become even more distinct after puberty. Boys are less agreeable, competitive, and more interested in things. Girls, on the other hand, are less independent, more empathetic, and more interested in people over things. Both sexes operate within different hierarchies. Girls can excel in both, but when boys begin to adopt female values, they lose ground among their male counterparts. In our societies, male strength shapes the course of our relationships. Women typically desire strong men, not boys. But when a woman tries to embody masculine qualities like toughness and assertiveness, she often struggles to find a partner. We shouldn't attempt to eliminate all differences between boys and girls. Look for the bright side. Various factors like illnesses, accidents, or the actions of others can harm us. Most of these circumstances are beyond our control. However, we can influence other elements that contribute to our unhappiness. For instance, many of our limitations are self-imposed. Moreover, some people choose to suffer for the sake of suffering, deriving perverse pleasure from this self-imposed affliction. Why? We often opt for suffering over strength when we're hesitant to resolve complex situations. Over time, our brain becomes accustomed to this chemical and hormonal bombardment, convincing our body that suffering is the only emotion it wishes to experience. Our limitations often define our identities and shape who we are. Problems are a part of life. We can't eliminate them all. So, we shouldn't put life on hold until everything normalizes. Every day brings things to be thankful for. As each day ends, try to list all the good things that happened: a delicious cup of coffee, a cute animal you petted, a courteous shop assistant, and so on. When you focus on the positives, you'll realize that they outweigh the negatives. This realization will help you harness the strength within you. Make good things happen. Whether we like it or not, we all have a natural inclination to avoid harm or damage. Some of us are willing to take risks and experiment, thereby learning about the world around us. Others prefer to stay within their safe, albeit imaginary, comfort zones, believing that slow progress is still progress. However, the comfort zone offers minimal opportunities for growth. Both approaches dictate how we choose to interact with reality. By now, you probably understand the importance of maintaining a good serotonin level, prioritizing yourself, and surrounding yourself with people who bring out the best in you. You recognize the importance of comparing yourself only to your past self, given that each person is unique. Speaking your truth and articulating your thoughts accurately is crucial not just for others to understand you, but for you to understand yourself. Peterson's rule about succeeding in your own hierarchy might seem somewhat contentious and conservative. This is a rhetorical approach that Peterson employs in his works and speeches. Regardless of how much Peterson's views diverge from your own, the underlying theme of his rules is self-awareness. Understanding who you are allows you to open yourself to the world. Exercise. Invite friends who are interested in improving their listening skills and engage in the following exercise. First, choose a contentious topic for your conversation. Second, allow your friends to express their initial thoughts. Third, once they have finished, reiterate their thoughts in your own words. Fourth, switch roles and repeat the process. Fifth, continue until you've thoroughly discussed the issue.